Welcome to another exciting episode of Masked or Not with our wonderful heroes, Wilna, the water being,
I may have stopped global warming.
Spencer, the super cat,
And I assisted.
Jace, the technomancer,
What's up?
Transient, the matter manipulator,
Meow.
and Dahlia, the living dead girl, who is currently unconscious and waiting resurrection here soon. Well, semi-resurrection. But the main player is not here at the moment, so if she does resurrect, we will run her accordingly. Got them marching orders. Starting from the top of the round, Transit, you are able to witness what seems to be a sonic boom in the air as I believe you were waiting outside
I was
on the roof.
crossing the roofs, I believe.
Because someone stole his adorable, cute human.
Uh-huh.
So yes, as you're watching that someone who stole your adorable cute human come rocking it back with your adorable cute human, you do see her in reduced size, along with a puff of like white wispy cloud in the air from where the previous the previous glow of a firestorm was, the second sun.
Alright. That still puts her out of range of me right now.
Do you wish to look around you, or are you still fixated on your precious human?
Sorry, not in Transient's mindset at the moment.
Of course not. You're a cat ruler of the world.
I'm trying to remember what I was doing last session.
You were giving angry stares at Spencer. Because he
that was
stole
one.
your human.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing. Let's see. I do believe I was going to get vengeance on dogs. Yes, I do believe I was going to get vengeance on dogs, so I'm going to go hunt down a pack of dogs.
You do hear barking coming from the nearby library that has a large hole in their roof on the short canopy across. Would that be the right word? Canopy?
What's the distance for that?
About 15 feet.
What did this thing just... whatever.
About 15 feet far and about 20 feet drop.
Okay.
So you'll be able to make the jump. Landing might be a little option, so you will need to do an acrobatic check to not just simply fall through the hole. Because of your cat-like reflexes now, thanks to the inherited soul of the beings that you consume, go ahead and add a +5 to your acrobatics if you do take that route.
Yep, I'm going to be heading that way. Okay. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and do that.
All right, go ahead and give me that acrobatic roll as you hop over across. Getting ready to go pounce on unsuspecting prey of dogs.
Double check my acrobatics. Okay, that's going to be at a +12. It's a 15.
That makes it. You managed to land on the roof about 10 feet away, not 10, about 5 feet away from the hole without causing any further breaking. You're able to, you manage to bend into your landing so you don't, so it disperses the wake.
All right.
Also, look,
And if I peer into this hole, what do I see?
You see what appears to be a waning fog that seems to start settling down, but amongst it, a few kids who are standing up trying to funnel everyone else out of what seems to be a hole in the wall. You do see. No, she was picked up. You do see 3 dogs attempting to bite at a couple of students that are still trying to funnel out. They're almost. There's only once more. There's 3 dogs and 2 students at the wall there. They are about 25 feet drop from you.
I'm gonna land on the dogs.
That would be another acrobatic roll, and this would be considered using your action, I believe. How fast?
Nope. I'm gonna be doing this as a melee attack.
Oh, Jiminy!
As I jump down and try to eat a hot dog.
But it's not.
So that is a 30 for the acrobatics.
Oh yeah, you're definitely gonna land on him. Now let's see if you hit him.
Let's see here. This is at a plus 13. If I remember correctly. Yep, that is indeed at a plus 13. That's 15 to hit.
Double checking the minions. Yeah, that hits.
All right. Well, let's see here. Let's start off with the base bruise then. For a let's see here. Basic damage DC 16.
Alrighty. And double checking their toughness. Okay. You said it was 16, so that would be 2 degrees failure.
All right. So he takes a bruise and is dazed. Now I need him to make me a DC 16. Let's see here. Fortitude save with that -1.
Double checking their fort situation. Same thing, so it would only be a +1. 18.
Ah, he succeeds in that, so he's taken 1 bruise. Let me double check. Do I actually have multi-attack as part of this? I can never remember. Yes, this one does have multi-attack at 1 rank.
Oh boy.
If I was doing them all at the same target, I forget multi-attack rolls. I believe that would have been a -2 penalty.
Technically 3, because there's 3 pups, but they're all in one group. So this would have been considered all 3 in the group that you're attacking.
All right. So let me just do a quick reroll then on. Yeah, I'll spend a Benny to reroll that first attack to see if I actually hit all 3.
All right.
Yeah, that's a 28. So yeah, all 3 of them got hit then. First one failed both his damage resistance and his succeeded in his fortitude save. What is the second one?
Do I need to make another one? Because the last roll I made was an 18. All right, so 1d 20. Only the +1, given the previous bruise.
No. Does the entire group count as? Hold on. Does the entire group count as a single entity?
Yes. Yeah, like 1 unit, essentially. So you bruising them essentially is bruising the lead of the 2 dogs. but but that's not saying that you aren't. But
Right.
you are saying you're actively aiming at all three. So all three are getting discouraged.
Yeah.
And
So they need to they need to do a second bruise check then.
alrighty. So
Because technically, if they're one unit, this is considered a single attack.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
copy. I'm gonna just put this in hero rules for
Yeah,
right
that'll-
now.
Attacks resistance check by +2 for 2 degrees of success, +5 for 3 or more, and that would have been 28, so that would have been 3 or more. So
the previous 18 or
if the resistance checks, I'm trying to. Okay, so that's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So those DCs would have been increased by 5.
okay. So then the first one, the previous 18 I rolled would have been a failure, another failure then, right? So that would have
Mhm.
made that a flat 1d20 for the fortitude roll for the second one, right?
Let's see here. That bruise and that dazed would have been a DC 21. That's what, 3 degrees of failure there for that first here. Yeah, I see the nat 20. I'm removing the nat 20 just to make this easier to see for what it is. Okay, so first one was a 9. 0 to DC 21 because of the degrees of success. Would have put that at yeah, 3 degrees of failure. So that's still only 1 bruise for the entire group. But they are instead staggered, not dazed. And then it's only, let's see here, DC 21 for the fortitude, 1 degree of failure for that. So they're only, yeah, that's my use of a hero point. Bugger. They are fatigued.
I mean,
Okay.
you put a staggered on them. That's pretty good.
Yeah, they're staggered and fatigued and have me amongst them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
So 2 bruises, staggered, and fatigued.
Yeah.
Then let me see, because that would have been that. That used my reroll. I am going to extra effort an action.
Oof.
So I will hit exhausted next round.
All right. Riding exhausted. Don't forget you did have -1 on your power ranks due to all this. But I take it I know what you're doing with your extra effort. You're eating.
Let's see here. Wait, -1 to all my ranks and what?
Your power rank because of how much you've been expending for from last time you did multiple uh uh alchemic transformations in order to build like a pseudo bridge. Did you climb up?
Yes. Well, no, that went away because of my regeneration.
Right. Okay.
Because we'd managed to hit 2 rounds past that, and my regeneration went down by 1 for it. So I will be exhausted after this round, but
The exhaust will be gone by the start of the next round.
nope, 4 rounds.
Oh, okay.
It's a fading power. Well, actually, I just ate. That restores it. So it'll be 2 rounds. So what I'm gonna spend the extra effort on is I'm literally gonna create a cage around myself and these 3 dogs. Let's make it out of titanium steel carbide.
Oh, okay. Sure. Cage fight with dogs. And the young lad thinks he's a cat. Sure. Give me your alchemy roll.
I think that succeeds, don't you, DM?
All right. That is the finest cage finest titanium cage I've ever seen.
Wow.
Titanium steel carbide. And so now I'm in a cage match with this group of dogs, and they are not escaping me.
You're in a cage match with 3 huskies.
Get it.
Yeah, who are staggered.
Yep.
It's going to
And
be the
don't
new
have-
library monument.
And they don't have regeneration.
No, they don't.
I take it that's your turn.
That will indeed be my turn. Let me
All right.
remove the Benny real fast.
As you have landed in there, you do hear some unique noises coming from over where Jace and that computer robotic system thing was. Incoming problem.
I'm not in the gym.
No, but it's loud enough to be echoing over across. They're above at the top of the gym.
Okay. Man, I thought the machine was still in the gym.
No,
Jace can move. The machine cannot.
No, the machine can move because he animated it.
Interesting.
Yes, interesting. I withdraw any and all objections I might have had.
So you're able to hear a warning coming from the animated weather AI from up top of the roof of the gymnasium with Jace nearby. As a sudden sound of an elevator ringing loud enough can be heard. And on the other side of the wall, that's a plateau, like close by the cafeteria outside wall, a wide door open, and the heat of a mighty firestorm comes bursting out. Firestorm being within a 60 feet radius. Radius. That would put the library, most of that plateau area, under fire. The only one there out of the group would be Transient. Transient, I will need a fortitude save.
Oh, they're going to the cafeteria?
He's emerging out from the outside of the cafeteria.
Oh, okay.
Wait. I'm in the library, though.
You're right. You are in the library. There's a sudden firestorm erupting into the library.
Okay.
As it's spreading 120 feet from the center of where he's at. 60-foot radius. It's a bit of like a, I want to say dome situation for the firestorm.
When did they get below 2 miles?
They took the express elevator that they have personally, their time elevator. As you hear him slowly talk about it, I love to enjoy my time elevator here. It moves sideways. It's able to get me through terrible, terrible distances and time frames. The 60s were crazy. Ain't that right, Tyrone?
Oh boy, so we're about to have a lot of extra crispy students.
That is, unless you can do something real quick.
No, I literally have no reaction for this. I can't.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, then I need to make rolls.
Yes, you do. I can't. You have to remember, my alchemy is a move action to do, not a reaction.
You know what trouble I've caused myself, as I always do.
The only person I think here who can activate a power as a free action is Wilda turning into her water form.
No, I have what the equivalent of free actions. The problem is it requires me to either be dead or needing to regenerate.
Fair. Very fair.
All right.
All right. What is my fort? I think it's only it's only a 5. Oh. Seven.
This is a very bad day of school. This is a very bad first day of school.
I'm just saying, you're the one who did this.
I did.
Yeah, you brought this on yourself, very much so.
Yes.
Yeah, that would have been.
Just to add a character. This is absolutely and 100% your fault.
So why can't I stop smiling?
Because the evil
I don't know.
DMNU is happy about this.
Yeah, except for he probably just killed off a number of NPCs.
Well, he either killed off a bunch of NPCs or he just activated all their slag powers.
Mayor, I would like to point out to you, the librarian was incapped.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's taking lethal now.
Yes.
I like that librarian.
Everyone did.
Well, he's going to have to find himself a new librarian.
As I have to make a personal roll for her.
Oh no.
No, she fails all.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She can't succeed at anything right now. Because she's incapped.
Okay. Librarian dies.
Oh no, she moves to the dying condition.
Yeah.
She can be saved, but the only person who has a healing ability is currently in the goddamn sky.
So to clarify something, DM, Tyrone and Mr. Weather Wizard are free falling again.
Nope, no, they're on the ground.
They're on the floor. They're on the ground floor.
Oh.
Actually, I think, Jace, you're within range of them.
Oh no. I guess you guys know what time it is.
Because that's a 60-foot radius. I think you're within range of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a fortitude check from you too.
That's gonna be a fortitude check from Rockin' Prime because he's my barrier body.
Oh, good. You get a +5 to yours, or a +2, depending.
I mean, check what Rockin' Prime's score is. Documentation, please.
Not high enough, and he's not immune.
That's actually terrible. What the fuck? No, not my roll. I transferred all my shit over to my new phone, and it brought all of my pictures and none of my documents. So I don't have a sheet right now. Hang on.
Jace's.
You should be able to pull it from the last time you sent it to Mayor.
The hover chair has a fortitude of 3.
Let me hope this is the right one. I'm pulling it out of the thing.
The deflection shield gives a +3 to toughness.
Not fortitude.
That's not very helpful. The only version available here in MetaHuman Portfolios is pre-aneurysm.
Did you send it to him directly?
Let me check.
Believe we did.
Or did Puddle over there
I sure as shit didn't send it to him directly.
Right? Give me one
Give me a
second.
mo. Give me a mo.
Lucky me, I didn't send my fucking phone in for a trade-in and kept it in case exactly fucking this happened. Let me go find it.
Oh, lovely. Lovely trauma.
Okay. Okay.
Just gotta go find the phone I wasn't planning to use again. You know,
Oh, there was a
fantastic.
charge.
I also have Jace pre-aneurysm.
So yeah, it's a good thing I kept my fucking phone.
Yes.
Yeah. How?
He's been going to Ace over there
Yeah.
to update. So it's actually in Ace's files.
Which means you need to be sending that to him. Mayor, because you actually have the original copy.
All right, then give me a second to pull up Finder.
Don't worry, I got it. I just gotta dig back through all my shit. I gotta pull out a phone from fucking storage, but I'll find it.
Well, he needs to send it to you anyways, so...
Okay, now I put it in my personal server, so I can now download it at my discretion onto my new phone, because it didn't do that with all of my other fucking files.
Well, that's
Still don't
chapter
understand
8.
that.
That's chapter 8.
I got it.
We are in chapter
I'm
8.
pulling it up. Okay, what do I need again? Rockin' Prime's shit, because he's got the shield or whatever? Yeah, okay. Let's see.
It's a fortitude
Deflection
save,
shield is-
so...
Deflection shield is protection 3, and then he's got a fortitude of...
3.
Where is it? So that's 6 that I'm rolling?
Nope,
six?
because protection is specifically for toughness checks.
So wait, then what am I rolling?
You're rolling fortitude.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if I have a Benny for that. Jace may just be fucked after doing nothing the whole fight.
Well,
Yeah.
now I need...
I have
need
one, yay!
All right, go for it if you want to use it. Or,
Where else would I use it?
I mean, there's many other ways to use it.
You could always say that the fire system spontaneously opened.
Hang on a second. You said that one of the features of Benny's is that you can use it to alter the environment, right?
Yes.
You can edit the scene,
You
yeah.
can edit the scene.
I'm
The
going to use
sprinkler's
my Benny
70%.
differently instead of re-rolling then, and I'm going to use it in the most humorous way possible, in line with a statement I made at an earlier point that only Spencer's going to recognize.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a, it's, the firestorm's coming down. It's gonna hit everybody, Jace included. It's gonna be real nasty. And then there's just some fucking stupid pigeons in the way. A bunch of pigeons just get annihilated.
Oh, we're getting barbecue pigeon.
So,
They're just like 50 roasted pigeons drop out of the sky.
I need to make a quick roll to see how well these random chickens... You said chickens or pigeons? Pigeons, right?
pigeons. It's a
These
horde of
random
pigeons.
pigeons.
We're in a
The
metropolis.
literal rats of the sky.
We're in a metropolitan area. There's been a lot of loud noises going on. I'm sure the sky is full of pigeons.
So, the phrase how this current situation happens as he unleashes his firestorm activating. As everyone feels a sudden air change to a high heat, there's a sudden appearance, a sudden appearance of popcorn from one of the nearby hidden away stock room of popcorn. Uh, yeah,
The
popcorn
snack room.
kernels.
Okay.
Yeah.
The snack room.
So it all starts popping and it explodes out of the room immediately in front of everyone. And as the popcorn starts gathering around people, these flock of pigeons start coming around in front of the children that are gathering outside, in front of the unconscious body of Ludwig, Mrs. Ludwig, in front of you, Transient, in front of Jace as he's up there, in front of the weather system, ironically speaking, as well as the remaining dogs and cats in there. All these pigeons pop in to start eating these kernels as the actual flicker of the firestorm kicks off, where everyone else would have taken the brunt of that initial heat. The pigeons become immediately air fried within seconds. The feathers scorch, and now in a comical cartoon fashion, there's just these pseudo already hitless cooked chicken, like
Oh my god.
bodies in front of everyone.
I was looking for a gif of like a bunch of meteors falling that were red hot, so it could be like, oh yeah, it's the pigeons. And Tenor just recommended me an absolute banger that has no relation to the situation, but is too fucking funny to not post.
Do I dare ask? Villainous memes?
You ever
Or-
want to see a Brachiosaurus get its fucking neck snapped?
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Oh wow!
I don't know why Tenor has that, but it's so good.
Snap.
That's essentially how quick the pigeons go once they come down and get hit by the firestorm. So the immediate toughness check I was going to have everyone roll is considered luckily null and void.
Good use of a
Everyone-
Betty.
Hooray for pigeons!
If we had been anywhere near the sea, you better fucking believe I would have said seagulls instead, because we do not respect seagull rights in this house.
Huh?
Or
I wasn't.
pigeon
Ex-
rights.
Agreed.
I
That's
wasn't.
a
Expect-
reference for Greg that only Greg's gonna get.
Oh god damn it.
I wasn't expecting roasted rats. But it makes a fine first dish for the turn of a new age. As I, the weatherman, starts my first trip towards Bond villainry.
You know what? I wasn't expecting for us to have the meta pigeon come in and save the day.
Oh my god, wait. Where's the weatherman?
They are on the ground now.
Oh god damn it.
They took an elevator, an express elevator, a time elevator, if you will, to the
How
bottom.
dare they?
Don't worry. They've managed to put themselves in the worst spot on the battlefield, which is near the aneurysm generator and the Terminator.
And they're just now aware that there is danger in the field as a firestorm is occurring within a 60-feet radius of where the weatherman is starting at the school. That also involves the nearby buildings, the clock house that makes casual clocks. Now it's slowly melting.
Wait. The clock house is melting?
Uses for that clock house.
Spencer, I have one question for you.
Yeah.
How much mass needs to be condensed into a single point to create a black hole?
Wait, what?
Oh, well, that's very easy to say, actually. You see...
Hold
all
on.
you need is
Wait. Let's talk. Hold on. How about we say no to micro black holes in my
How
campaign?
about you
please?
let me explain? Okay, if you're talking about a micro black hole, you don't need a lot of mass. What you do need is a sufficient amount of energy to channel that mass into a small enough point. Ergo, all you really need to do is get about a baseball, a softball, basketball's worth of mass, and condense it into a point that is both infinitely small and has almost no surface area. So really all you need to do is just find a rock and do that. And if you do that and make it spin, you've got a black hole.
Okay, so that won't work. All right, plan B it is then. I'm gonna start splitting atoms.
Oh no!
If it's carbon, we're all screwed.
I love how that's plan B.
I'm checking something. Oh, well, I actually have a number for you.
Yeah, for you. By the way, for you at home, those who are watching this, remember that the second step of alchemy is deconstruction.
Why?
Yeah, if you want to do your first plane, you'd need 2 times 10 to the 19th kilograms of mass per cubic meter to create a black hole.
The weatherman's. We're going over to. He's out. Going over to Jace. You are currently in the midst of a firestorm and just barely avoided a near close fate to a heat wave before a few pigeons roasted in favor of you surviving, and popcorn.
DM, I have a question.
Yeah.
Well, 2 questions, actually. First, is the weatherman stood in a location where there's a roof directly above him in any capacity?
I'm glad you asked that. He is actually 20 feet away from the cafeteria's 20 feet away and about 25 feet short of the roof of the cafeteria, which is from where you're at 75 feet across. Just straight if you go straight from the gym's roof.
So he's outside.
Yes, he's outside.
Okay. Can Jace get within 10 feet of him within this round? Or how close can Jace get?
How fast can Rock and Prime move again?
Let me check now that I have the documentation again. 120 feet around.
If you go from the gym over to the cafeteria and then down to where he's at, you'll be able to be about 10 feet diagonally away from him and still have about a few movement to move the 20 feet away. 20 feet.
I'm going to move over there, and at no point, mind you, have I deactivated the cloak thing this whole time. And I would like to go over to where he is, and I would like to do a 2-parter. Is he obvious with his Mr. Bond shtick?
Dude, there is no way you cannot tell he's being he's being so obvious it's almost obnoxious. If it weren't for the fact there's a serious danger to his actions, he is currently a walking firestorm. So long as he's holding Tyrone.
Okay, while still under the effects of Chameleon Cloak, I am going to just very, very quietly say, within earshot, obviously, so he can hear this, even if he's not sure where it's coming from. I'm going to say, you know, I'm a fan of the Bond types. There's just something much more interesting about Austin Powers, and I will dramatically press the button that fires the laser on Rock and Prime.
Go ahead and give me a roll to attack.
Let me find that. That is +3. Plus what's his thing? Hang on, let me check. Is it +3? Laser gun is +5 according to his offense. Okay.
Range combat, laser gun, damage 3. Yeah, it's a +3.
His offense says it's +5.
All right.
Do I not?
No, go for it.
22.
That hits the weatherman. Is it? I believe we need to make a toughness, right?
Right. Yes.
It'd be absolutely terrifying if it was a will check.
21.
I think it's. Does that have to be D4 or the DC?
So the DC from your attack would be, I believe, 15 plus the damage rank.
Okay.
So if the damage rank was 5, like you said, it would be a DC 20. He beats it by 1.
Okay.
So the lasers come shooting off towards him, and you see him in his weird, funky white cloak as he somehow reflects it off, and the beams shoot off towards behind them, blasting some of the dirt up into the air. Cool! Using lights against someone who can manipulate them, the very fabric of weather.
Jace is going to follow this up by saying, well, it's nice that you can manipulate the fabric of weather, but have you considered that the majority of what constitutes the human brain is electrical impulses, aneurysm?
Electrical what? All right, double checking the DC to your aneurysm powers.
Magnetic seizure, affliction 4, DC 14.
Yep, there's a DC 14 will. What did I put? The weatherman's. Oh. That's a 19. You don't think you can put a storm in a place that can't be where storms can't be placed in? That is my shtick.
Is it though? Seems like you kind of took it from like. Jason's still invisible, so he doesn't see this, but he stares at his wrist like he's wearing a watch for a moment, and it's like every comic book ever.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, he has not noticed you yet. So he is looking up from where he's being shot at. Where are you? Hey! No one makes no one rains on a weatherman's parade, unless I call it a stormy parade. He actually actively pauses there.
Sir, I think you're running out of Bond villain puns.
Give me time. Give me time. Will that be all, Jace? Mr. Two-Part,
I'm gonna. Jason's just gonna spend his entire turn trolling this fucker.
Ah, yes, in the heat. All right. Going from Jace over to Dog 5, who is currently in the hallway after seeing like pigeons get roasted in its name. The 3 dogs are taking a moment, deciding that they're not going to be deterred by a random lunch break. No, they must find out where these enemies are at. So they're going towards the sound of a previous attack coming from Transient over in the library, as Dog 5 runs up and meets a titanium steel cage.
Question: are these the dogs that I terrified earlier?
I believe they are. Let's see if they recognize you.
Oh, I believe that's a recognition.
Even without the plus, yeah, they see you. They recognize that sense. No. And the dogs once more use their action to zoom back out. They run back over to as far as where the other pigeons were, and are now reconsidering that lunch break. That is their turn. Going over to number 6, Spencer. You are 1.5 miles. No, just 1 mile in the air. Coming down with Wilda on your back. Wilda has greatly reduced in size after running through what can only be said as a hyperheated area over the over the area of Pyrogal. You did hear the firestorm pop off, the sounds of people horribly in terror, and the screams of
Oh, pigeons.
yes, quick the screams of pigeons before they were quickly hushed. What?
What did the pigeons say? Because I can understand animals.
Something along the mix of "Oh boy, food! Yay! Popcorn! Yay! Ah!"
And then 100,000 voices cried out, and were suddenly silenced as chicken.
Sorry again about that, Puddles. You okay?
I'm fine.
Ooh,
Alright. It is my
Oh.
turn.
what will you do?
So I'm in my protector form right now. Let's see here. I think I got my hinder off of me. Now,
Yes.
yeah, because I'm still in the air, still got sunshine on me. I regenerate again, don't have anything on me. But with my flight 10, I will fly right back down to the ground. And as I fly down to the ground, do I see where the firestorm is?
Yes. It's hard to miss a glowing dome of heat all around the school, slowly causing the clock house to erupt in flames. Popcorn is sporadically popping into existence and then crispifying within seconds.
I'm going to look to Wilda. How does she look?
Tired.
Well, Wilda is small. Wilda is small and tired and is clinging on to you for goodness life?
For
dear life.
yeah.
But there are no icicle forms on her body. She does seem to be thawed.
Well, I am going to fly down. And I am going to, let's see here. Let's see here. How are the people in the track and the field right now reacting to everything that's going on?
The track in the field, which
is where I was having class. You know, popular girls doing cheerleading, everyone literally watching everything that happened.
yes, that was on the west side of the school, closer to the gym/auditorium area. They are outside of the firestorm, thankfully. They are safe. The firestorm, while extending 60 feet, has engulfed most of the school, but not the track and field.
I will fly down to the track and field, slowing to a stop. And I don't care if people see me. Anyways, I'm going to take Wilda, and I'm not going to set her on that artificial field, but I am going to set her down. Let's see here. I will set her down close to the edge of the school, well, closest to the action, kind of.
You're going to put her on top of the gym.
I'm not going to put her on top of the gym. I'm putting her, let's see here. How do I explain this? I'm going to put her, let's see here. I was thinking on the track to the field as I land, kind of like a runway.
But the track to the field is also made of that weird astroturf.
Yeah, it's astroturf, but it doesn't absorb water. It doesn't absorb water. It's made not to.
Spencer, I need to go help.
Spencer's going to look at you with the most serious look on his face you've seen in quite a while. And he's going to go, I'm going to take care of it. You're going to want to stand back. And with that, he will fly get a good look at the firestorm.
The firestorm is raging at about 120 feet in diameter.
Mm-hmm.
The
Who is at the
circumference.
center?
As your cat eyes like narrow in, you do see the laughing figure of the Weatherman as he still has a hold of Tyrone inside that strange capsule. Tyrone is not saying anything, is still in his fire form. This does not feel good, as there is almost little to small emotions, mostly fear, worries of non-existence, and even marks of pain.
Okay. Oh boy, I get to do this finally. So, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to fly directly into the firestorm, shifting into my regular form to greet both the Weatherman and Tyrone, kind of aiming to land right behind them as I drop down and land with my knees bent. I will take that toughness check and I will do it.
All right, please do.
Out of
Also-
curiosity, for the remainder of Spencer's turn, DM, would Spencer technically have flanking now, since Jace would be on the side that the guy is facing?
It would give some possible improvement. Flanking works a bit weirder here.
That is 27.
By weirder, it means it doesn't exist.
Yeah. So you stick the landing as well as not having to overdo your knees, thankfully. As you land behind the Weatherman, between him and the time elevator that closes upon your proximity. It's a very good time elevator. Ah, Bond, yes, glad to see you.
I am completely silent before I will. Let's see here. How do I want to say this? Give me a second. Ah, that'll work perfectly. I like that a lot.
The world
So,
with the weight of your sins, Bond. What are you going to do about it now?
I am going to. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm going to wrestle away Tyrone from him.
All right.
And
Give me a
as
grab
I
check.
do so, I'm going to basically do it like this. I will grab his wrist, force it behind his back so that he has a weaker grip on it, toss Tyrone to the side slightly so that, he tumbles away. And what do I need to make for that?
Once more, that will be a grab attempt.
That will be... Yeah, I'll do that. It's a +8. That's a 17 DM. Does that hit him?
Yep, it beats his parry.
All right.
No, wait, my arm does not bend that way.
Jace, I'm here in the background.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So once
As-
I grab his arm, go ahead.
So you grab his arm, twist it behind his back, and you said you were chucking the capsule away?
Just knocking it out of his hand.
All right, the capsule rolls a little bit towards where Jace is hovering above.
And this is the part where I say, it was nice playing. Well, I had fun, but you're hurting too many people right now. You've lost the game. As I grab him and with his hand behind his back, I sprint out of town. Let me see my speed again to make sure I can do that. Yeah, that's 250 miles out of town. And I will sprint. Let's see here.
Remember,
Nevada
you've used portions of your speed already.
Yeah.
I know. Portions of my speed already.
You've literally flown over a mile to get back to the area, and then the additional feet to get behind him. The most you can push would probably be another 125 feet at most to make it towards the edge of town.
My speed on my wings is 4 miles per round. My speed on the ground is 250 miles per round.
Yeah, but you're not in that form anymore.
Let me do
Yeah.
some math.
How much more movement would I have? Unless I wouldn't have any. I'm trying to do it by the book. Just need to know how much movement I got.
I can't see your form, so I can't tell you.
So you said you have 4 miles worth of movement in your wing form, and you used a mile of that, and then you've transitioned to your speed form to get behind him.
Yeah.
So
I basically
the-
transferred to my speed form to just kind
If
of
you
land.
use a mile of your wing form, that's
Used a
25%
quarter.
of your movements from the wing form. I would say that would transition to 25% of the movement from your speed form. So you would have, before continuing behind him, 187.5 miles left.
Okay. I want to know if that's by the book or not, though.
That's me doing I have no idea.
I'm posting my portfolio now so that it can be looked at. Sorry about that.
That would be a question for Puddle.
Puddle
just going
doesn't have an
entirely
answer, which
good.
is why she's been quiet.
I just went by the math that you use 25% of your movement. I'd assume it would translate to 25% of your movement from the other form, too.
Let me check.
Honestly, that would make sense to me.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
187.5 miles left before you moved after you did your transformation.
Okay.
So probably like 187 miles at this point. You didn't go that far after you transitioned, did you?
I did not go that far. I just landed behind him, grabbed him. I basically bent his arm behind his back, told him it was time to stop, and I'm getting him out of there.
Okay. Then yeah, probably about 187.
Okay. Just want to make sure that's what the
Mayor?
GM will agree upon.
Yeah.
This is your ruling. So
I'll allow it. I'll allow him to take him about 250 feet away from the school. 250 feet away from where the school is.
250 feet.
all right, that's DM ruled.
All right. Not sure where we got 250 feet from is all I'm asking, but
All right.
It's the,
What was the
go ahead.
initial? What was the initial distance you were trying to say?
the initial distance was just out of town, if possible.
250 miles is what he was aiming for, having spent a quarter of his speed already for the round.
I'm trying to get out in the desert, pretty much.
Then I'll make this ruling. Acrobatic check.
Acrobatics, you got it. All right. Sorry to keep making it super long. That's a 15 DM.
Listen, Spence, do not apologize for a long round ever after the math that came from the sodium explosion.
Oh, I'm about to make it so much worse as this guy's not out of my range.
Yeah.
So it's just
That's
like,
why
yeah,
I'm-
it's gonna be bad.
The terms acceptable casualties starts coming into play.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 15.
I think at this point we've graduated from Saturday morning cartoon to that new series, the spin-off of The Boys, but just set in a high school.
All right.
Have
so
you
are
watched the original Captain Planet?
No. Another thing for the list of things that Ace is going to hurt because of.
They legitimately let people watch a OD happen on screen in the original Captain Planet.
Yeah. However, DM.
1 second. He has to make a roll now. Oh yeah.
Oh,
So they're 250 feet out, or
He's going to the edge of town,
okay.
into the deserts.
yeah.
But as he's doing so, you're making multiple turns, trying to avoid most of the traffic. Here and there, there's a little bit of grumbling, and then a sudden thump as you're running through. I need another grapple check from you.
All right. That's a 16 DM. Does it still hit?
It does. As you manage to keep a hold of him despite the fact that he ran into a semi. Still looking pretty good.
Man, this guy's really leaning into Bond villain, but he's feeling a lot more like a Lex Luthor type.
Oh yeah,
wow.
definitely bosses hitting a semi. You can throw everything at me all you like, but my plans will come to fruition.
Once I am at the edge of town,
That
I
would
will
be
stop.
your.
You what?
Once you reach the edge of town, that would be your turn.
For moving and actions?
Yeah, because you used your action to grapple him.
Okay. I'm at the edge of town. I have my arms. I'm at the edge of town, and that's my turn.
From there, we'll hop over to. They're all knocked out. Puddle, you were left on the track of a track field.
I'm
Just out.
also dazed. So my turn's gonna be the freaking shortest of them all. I start heading towards the school. That's
All right, so
I can only move 30 feet. That's my entire turn. I'm no longer dazed.
alrighty. We'll remove that. You and your 3 bruises. As you crawl your way to the school, making it just over to the stairs that lead up to the side entrance of the gym.
Okay.
That is your full movement. That is your full turn. We will hop over to Cat 5, who has been at the end of the hallway of the library. Now, surrounded by roasted pigeons. Let's see how they're feeling about the situation.
Hungry.
It's lunchtime.
They're hungry.
It is lunchtime.
I'll post a picture of a cat eating some chicken. We're still getting noise from me, Jace, if that's all right.
With them being distracted and eating, that will hop over towards who's number 10. Oh, they're out. Number 11, out. Number 12, out. 13 is currently wrangling with Transient.
In the cage.
The 3 dogs are now. The 3 dogs staggered and fatigued. Gotta double check those conditions.
Fatigued causes them to be hindered.
And staggered causes them to be dazed and hindered.
Which means they can only take one action.
What? They can't even move. They are currently immobilized, given the fact they are fatigued and staggered. Hindered has been doubled. Immobilized supersedes hindered. So, dogs currently right next to you attempt to make fearful bites as they cannot move and they are entrapped, barely surviving the random heat wave that they've just been locked in by their master.
Okay.
Wait, that's the wrong one.
So let's see here.
All right, they're going for snips at you, but I don't think a 12 beats your parry.
Nope, 17 parry.
They fearfully snap at you, and you quickly bat their mouths away from you in quick fashion, almost like you're playing what was it, whack-a-mole. Pop, pop, pop. 3 successful hits. They are discouraged from trying to hit you. That will be their turn. Up and over to. She's currently unconscious. We have the weather AI currently trying to formulate a new method to protect everyone, as the area is now attempting to be this have its weather re-altered.
Because, yeah, he's not there right now. Oh no!
Error, not enough moisture to spread.
You had to say the M word, didn't you?
I did.
Moist.
But we're back in the year 2002, where it's not as weird.
No, moist has always been a weird word that has creeped out people.
Fine.
But the internet's not as big, so it hasn't gotten as bad.
That is also true. So unfortunately, the weather AI is not able to decrease the current still going firestorm, although the firestorm does look like it's dissipating as the source of it is no longer in the center. Starting up at the top of the round, Transient. Dogs 1 just attempted to nip at you. You are currently in a cage of your own design. What will you do?
You can almost hear the "please don't split atoms" in my freaking world in his voice.
He's lucky I'm exhausted. It's hindered and impaired. So I'm not moving. However.
Oh no.
Let's simply jump to the top of the cage. Wrap my legs around it. And let's create 40 feet, a 30-foot deep pocket of quicksand under these dogs.
All right, alchemize.
Yep. That's within range.
Even quicksand isn't that hard to make.
No, it's just simply the disruption of bonds between silicone and various molecules at the granular level rather than the molecular.
Ah, yes. Especially inside the floor of the library.
Oh, don't worry. I'll solidify it after they're under.
I believe they need to make a dodge roll, right?
I don't think they can.
No. They're immobilized. They immediately fail. They begin sinking.
I also made it the radius of the or the diameter of the cage.
Man, you are just mean. All right, so you are now having the dogs sink into the ground. What else will you do? Oh, Cat, ruler of worlds.
Cat Ruler of Worlds is done for his turn.
Babe. The Weatherman currently being held by Spencer as they move towards the as they reach the city limits and are now standing amongst the desert areas in a unmarked road. You really brought me out here to not to not melt the ice caps. And for what? What's your stake in this bond? What's your stake in all of this? When simply put, that I can grasp lightning. What's more,
You peaked.
Sorry.
You peaked. You said meaning. I know what you said.
Yeah, you peaked well beyond for the rest of us.
Sorry, microphone. Where I can grab lightning.
Oh, cool. That means he's getting hit too.
Checking. What are you
I don't think he's immune to his own power.
Wait until I say something, Jason.
You should have let me put him in a Faraday cage.
Does a 16 beat your parry? Spencer.
No.
So you see lightning come straight down towards his hand as he grabs it, and as though he is physically moving it, goes to push it and redirect it towards you. But your cat-like reflexes, feeling in the whiskers of your face, you turn at the right moment and watch as the lightning sparks off into the distance, hitting a couple of light poles, and then sparking into the ground.
Wait, is he doing this at... Hold on. Is he doing this at range?
This is a physical. This is a physical strike version of his weather manipulation.
No. Just making sure.
Wow. Like a. As he attempts to get out of your grasp now. I believe that's an acrobatic check to escape grapples.
What do I need to make the hold on?
It is
Or is it
not...
strength? No, strength by strength. Right.
Yeah, and this one he has to beat Spencer's strength.
So keep in mind, acrobatics is technically a trained skill in this one. If you do not have acrobatics, you cannot make an acrobatics.
Right.
It makes Jack of all trades such a powerful extra ability.
He's a security. No, he's a hall monitor for the high school. I'm not thinking he's that dexterous.
All right. Change the plans. All right. Let go to me. Oh my God! It's the weatherman.
What is he doing?
He starts shaking his arms in your grasp as he realizes he missed. And in his shake, he stops. Oh my God, look! Points over to a random direction. It's the weatherman right there!
Oh my God.
I don't know. Spencer is actually serious right now.
I am pretty
You will
serious.
You will get a +5 to this.
What is it?
He is just trying to deceive you. Deception roll.
What do I need to roll to take care of that?
That would be either an awareness roll, an insight roll. Yeah, one of those two. As yes, that definitely does sound like me going on right now.
I hate to break it to you, but neither of those scores are high enough to beat a 27.
My question to you is: do you have an enhanced senses as well as?
Yes, I do.
As well as whatchamacallit? You can also sense emotions.
Yes.
Mayor, I don't think that works.
That's why he had a +5 to it.
No, I think that's an automatic success for Spencer because he can tell he's lying.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yep, as you do get the vibes of deceit coming from him.
I would
How do you
like
respond?
to flavor this as just menacing silence. Or to flavor this better, he's not saying anything, and he's staring right at him.
I stand by the picture I posted in Villainous Memes.
Fair enough. Well, Poopy. And that'll be his turn. Going over to number 3, who was knocked out. Going over to number 4, Jace. What? Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna do something really, really incredible, DM. You ready for this? It's gonna be the most amazing move you've ever seen. You ready for this?
Blow my mind.
I go over the pod and I open it and let Tyrone out.
Good man.
Oh, no.
You open the pod as ambient fire seems to jut out and attempt to grab onto you before it takes the form of Tyrone, who is grateful. Thank you. Oh God, thank you. He was muttering about fucking condos of all things, condos and resorts. I just can't handle it anymore. I just want to be a PE teacher.
Okay, so I'm currently under the effects of the chameleon field, but I know that Jace doesn't have the toughness to be able to touch this man, to give him a comforting shoulder pat. But I also got distracted from taking Dahlia her arms. So under the effects of the chameleon field, I'm going to give him a comforting shoulder pat with Dahlia's severed arm. Because it'll feel like it's my arm. He doesn't know any better. I'm under the chameleon field, but... Just...
Alright,
comforting pat.
You have comforting pats with Dahlia's arms. Dahlia will note that.
Well, I'm glad you're free now, man. I don't know how long my friend is going to be able to keep him preoccupied. I'm pretty sure it would be a good idea for you to run along home, just get out of this, lay low somewhere. We will handle this. Guy probably needs a psych check. Maybe 1 or 2 hits to the head. I'm sure at the end of this he'll be fine. Hopefully you'll be fine more than anything. Do you need to go to a hospital? Should I call an ambulance?
Yeah, maybe.
All right, I use the radio thing to contact the hospital and say there's a boy in shock at the high school, and also a lot of injured people at the high school. When asked why there's a bunch of injured people, I'm going to say I'm pretty sure the security guard went crazy or something, man. He just started attacking people and yelling about James Bond like some kind of weirdo.
Sadly, most of that's the truth.
Except for he's a hall monitor, not a
Jace?
security guard.
This is Jace's first day. He has no idea who the fuck that guy is.
I love it. Excellent. Anything else?
I've just informed the authorities. I've helped Tyrone, and I guess let me think. Purely for comedic effect, I would like to take a safety blanket out of Rockin' Prime's compartment and put it around him, and then I'm just gonna slowly head in the direction Spencer went.
Okay. Thanks. Where did this come from? Where'd you go? Hello? That's all you hear as you leave him.
Sizzling chicken sounds intensify.
But yeah, that's Jason's turn. He's gonna slowly start making his way in about 60 rounds to reach where Spencer is.
Hopping over towards Dog 5, who are now on the fastest dash out of this school. as they bypass the cats who are currently feasting on the roasted pigeons and have made it all the way towards the front entrance. And that is their turn. Going from there to Spencer.
I'm going to look at this man, and I'm going to turn him around so he can see me. Or rather, you know what? I'm going to keep him as is. And I'm going to say, in a slow, calm voice, today, you hurt everyone in the high school. You hurt some of the faculty. You even managed to hurt the librarian until she couldn't move. Your animals have taken apart hundreds of dollars of equipment. And not just that, you've also made me angry. Not because you hurt everyone, but also because you did it out of ignorance, on purpose. So I'm going to give you two choices. Today you get to choose. Option 1 is that you walk away and I don't hurt you. And you never do this again.
I like that bit up until that part.
Option 2 is I take you to the end of time and I leave you there and never come back for you.
What? The end of time? Don't be
As
mad and crazy.
I hold him and he watches as I use my protector form to start moving time forward. Slowly, the day rather turns to night, then day, and starts accelerating until the sky is pretty much gray. And the landscape changes, obviously, because time is fast forwarding. Just unbelievably fast.
Ah!
And eventually, to use a line from, well, one of probably Spencer's favorite TV shows. God, I gotta look up if this was actually in 2002 or not. Just so I'm aware, was Ed, Edd n Eddy a show before 2002?
I don't believe so. I believe that started showing up around 2004.
Yes, 1999 was the first release date.
Oh my
Ed, Edd n Eddy?
God.
Wow.
Yep, January 4th, 1999.
Yeah, 1999, 6 seasons. God damn.
Oh,
Hold
God.
on, wait. Ed, Edd n Eddy is older than my youngest brother.
Oh my God.
Life has many door Ed boys.
Puddle?
I feel very old right now.
Puddle.
We can have an existential crisis after Spencer's badass.
Yeah.
Puddle.
So-
Toonami is older than your youngest brother.
No, I knew my youngest brother. But no, I knew Toonami was. I was watching Toonami when I was a kid.
Started in 97 and is still on today.
I am going
Text.
to continue forwarding time until the Earth is quite literally a barren husk, and there is no air, and there is no life, and there is nothing. Everything is barren.
No,
There is no life.
no. Ah, my
And-
mother. My lids. What have you done?
At this point, on a physics perspective, the atmosphere and the moon have long since left the Earth. He is watching the stars and the Milky Way with a sun that is about to go supernova.
I was about to ask about the red giant sun.
It is a lot bigger and it is a lot hotter, but he doesn't feel the heat yet. And it's a lot redder. And Spencer will say, "Don't make me have to do this to you."
Yeah, you can't threaten me with the end of time! I'm the weatherman!
The second I let go of you, you will suffocate to death, burn, freeze, then explode. At least that's what happens in the movies, anyways. I have no idea what's going to happen to you if I do that.
Well, then you're just gonna find out, because I won't stop until I have my way, for I am the weather! I believe that would be the point you let go.
Yeah, that's the point I let go, and he is subjected to literally the vacuum of space and the heat of the sun.
You see him somewhat start drifting away. What do you do from here? Do you go back to your current...
I let him experience it for half a second before I grab him, and I go, so.
Man!
That was half a second. Let's try a full second after this, if you say no again.
I still say no!
I will let go of him completely now and just let him float.
As you let him float, you see him go off.
There's
1 second.
still gravity.
2 seconds. As
There's
he
still gravity, but
rolls
he can
away
fly.
from you. Kicking, attempting to scream, but no sound coming up from... And then there's a weird ding. As an elevator pops up, climbs in. Time elevator! Bitch!
I rewind
Closes.
time back to before the elevator existed.
The DM has already burnt a Benny. The elevator has already made its ding, and it is already escaping your pool of time as it travels through dimensions, time, and space.
That's cool. I go back to current time.
You flick it back over to the current time. That is your turn.
Okay. I give him a chance.
Fuck, it's my turn. I mean, I make it in the school. With both a movement and an action. That's my turn.
Question is, which way do you go into the school? Do you go in through the cafeteria? Do you go in through the giant hole in the library wall? Because you can see that from the track field.
You know, if I see you in a cage,
Hanging upside down, yes.
I'd probably go towards you, so that way you don't fall in.
Severe damage to some of the hallways due to the extraneous combat that happened within the past minute.
Yeah, it's been less than 10 rounds.
You are able to spy a metal sheen coming from one of the windows over in the library, and as you're looking through the hallway trying to spy where everyone is, the hallway you're in has one of the broken walls exposing the library area.
So...
Well, you got to remember, Spence literally blew out the back wall, which leads out to the open area in the track field.
Okay,
Yep.
well, I'll go through that way then.
All right, so you do happen to see, once more, the silver gleam of the cage as Transient is in the midst of watching a couple of dogs fall into the quicksand.
Now, how much mass would you say that I've lost?
Give me a toughness check.
Hey guys, I'm rolling for the first time. My toughness is a +4. My toughness usually is a +4. So it's a +1 right now. 10.
Where you originally were, you lost half your mass due to that whole ice, that whole atmospheric shuffle that you performed.
see, she is 59 inches divided by 2. She is 29 and a half inches tall.
Just under 2.5 feet.
Yep.
You need to. You need some water. You need some milk.
But yeah, no, he would see a 2.5 or a less than 2 foot tall, or I guess a little bit taller than 2 foot tall thing of water come in. That's my turn. I assume I needed both my movement and action to get there. What? Was I correct?
One more time. Sorry. Wait.
I assume I needed both my movement and action to get in there.
Movement, yes. Action, only if you want to try to move closer to where the cage is.
Yes.
Exactly.
I want to be in full view of the cage.
All right, then you are in full view of the cage, but you have
Okay.
used up your action and your movements.
Okay, that's my turn.
All righty. Going from you to Cats 5, who have just finished eating who are still eating the pigeon. Let me see if they are going to be finished eating and resume their job. Nope, that is some fine roasted pigeon. That's some fine roasted pigeon. Hopping over towards 10 is out, 11 is out, 12 is out. The first dog group, who are currently sinking in the quicksand, can they escape with the hairs on the head?
Probably not, because they're still immobilized.
True.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And they don't have regeneration.
Nope. As they reach the bottom and their howls of worries get, emit from the bottom, you see you see propeller-like fans pop out and flutter about, quickly pulling them out of the quicksand and out of danger.
Except they're in a cage.
Or try to. They're currently now stuck to the roof of the cage.
Right next to Cat Ruler of World. With no ability to dodge.
This is the safety feature flaw of the propeller backpacks.
And Cat Ruler World is next.
And very much not happy.
Yeah.
Yep. Going through. Last Weather AI gets to make an attempt to change to help reduce this firestorm that's currently going around, causing fires to happen. People are hurt. Tapping into local water system. Administrating atmospheric repressurizing. There is a soft sizzle going around now as the air seems to be cooling down. From there, we'll go back to the top of the round. See if we can't finish this combat quickly. Because we only have, 2 other beings left. No, just the one being. Yeah, just the...
Well,
two beings.
the guy needs to just escape and not just keep, coming back to combat. If you're trying to make him escape.
Listen, if he returns to be near Tyrone, he is absolutely going to get shot and aneurysmed again.
Well, there's still Dog 1, Dog 5, and Cat 5 to deal with. But they're all almost pacified. So it depends on how you deal with this last round. Transian, you have 3 dogs currently being pinned against the roof of your cage.
Oh, good. They can't move, and I have 2 hands free.
They whimper at your encroaching figure.
And the ability to alchemize all the bars into very, very sharp spikes, except for what I'm holding on to.
Mean.
So let's take out those backpacks.
Double mean.
And I am no longer exhausted.
I can't help but imagine, and I know this is such a dark way to think of it. You know how in Minecraft, when a pet touches a spike, it'll take 1 heart, and then another heart, and then another heart, and it's just a delay every second? I imagine that's what's happening with the dogs into the spikes.
Oh no, the spikes are going into the backpacks, not the dogs.
PG-13, remember?
Yeah, falling into quicksand is a more acceptable way to pass on.
PG-13, subjecting a man to the heat death of the universe. PG-13.
Hey, as long as you don't see the death, it's PG-13.
Dive elevator.
So yeah, that's a 20 on my alchemize. Yeah, those backpacks are done. Unless they somehow, because I don't think the backpacks actually have a dodge.
They do not. And you are hit with the satisfying sounds of dog whimpers as they fall back into the quicksand with a plop and continue falling, unable to move or escape.
Yeah. I will then slip out of the cage myself. Yeah, no, I use the materials that were around that are around me to actually make the spikes so I could get out. Let's see here.
You make handlebars. You make handlebars.
Yeah, I'm looking at Wilda. Let's do another alchemize and produce. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how much I can produce right now. I think I have to go. Okay, come on, powers. You. Let's see here. It's currently 100 pounds. Yeah. I will extra effort and increase my ranks in alchemy and my alchemy ability by 2, exceeding 400. I'm going to produce 50 gallons of water over her.
These poor fucking books.
Well, I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, the wonderful tomes of Huckleberry Finn and the Adventures of Tom Sawyers aren't going to survive this one.
No, it's only 50 gallons. That is really not a lot of water.
Yeah, but the Mark Twain section was at the bottom in this particular library.
Yeah, and was it on the bottom directly against the back of the wall?
Yes.
Because if that's the case, that is already scattered all over the yard.
Yeah, and what was salvageable are now considered wet thanks to 50 gallons of water.
Well, it's a public school. They can buy more.
Touché.
In fact, all of their books are insured, amusingly enough. No, this is a single stream of water just surrounding Wilda.
Thank you.
Huh? Enemy is dealt with. Adorable cute human is fine. Now... There are others still on my territory. And I will pass my turn.
Going from you over to number 2, who's not here. Number 3, number 4, Jace. you've made it. No, you are still making your way over towards Spencer. You have quite a few ways to go if you're trying to leave not only the school sector, but make it to the edge of town where he's at.
Jace is really thinking about it, and honestly, at this point, he is 99% sure that Spencer's got this, because he knows that Spencer has a very consistent theme, and that theme is be ye not afraid. So he's probably got it under control. So Jace, rather than spending his next 60 turns trying to get to Spencer's location, is going to remember he needs to take Dahlia's arms to the nurse's office and go do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn. Yeah, he's going to turn off cloaking at this point because all the animals are fried and he's not doing any supernatural shit anymore.
All right. So as you do flutter back into the school and make your way over towards the nurse's room, you happen to see Des, who seems to be holding him back, and reawakened Dahlia, who seems to be muttering loudly, "I need to get back. I need to find my arms." While he's trying to push her back. No, you need to sit. You need to rest. We'll look for your arms here shortly.
I've got her arms. I yelled it from down the hall.
They both look over at you and give you that like really chubby, like, oh God, we're saved kind of smile.
Since Dahlia's arms are alive on their own, correct?
Yep.
I just kind of let go of them so they can ping their way down the hall towards her.
There was a moment before you let go where they were just like waving and like one was waving, one was like trying to like pull the other towards that before you let go. Now they're doing their thing maneuver and crawl over towards Dahlia. There's like one traumatized kid that was making their way back from where they were hiding to see arms moving, and they resumed. They turned around and went back to their hiding spot.
So, bit of dark humor. We now have extra crispy pork.
Oh, goodness.
Thank you, Jace.
Extra crispy pork.
Oh
yeah,
meat.
the pigeons.
No. Long pork.
Oh, goodness.
What? He's the one that decided to slap the back of the fireman with 2 arms.
I pat him, mind you. I didn't slap him.
Dahlia, we'll remarking as, what did you grab? I didn't realize I was feeling warm earlier.
I encountered the weatherman's fire machine. Sorry about that.
What?
You can bite my leg if it'll help you heal.
Don't be making promises you can't keep.
I mean, I can keep it. My legs don't do anything, and he's going to just... Do you know that comedic thing where the leg is horribly bent out of shape in ways that are not normal, but they're like, it's worthless?
So you pull up your leg, and where most people will raise it with the heel going up, you raise it, and the toes are the first thing that comes up, pointed towards them.
I just kind of like loop an arm under my thigh and lift it up, and it just flops. Like they don't work. They're just attached. They are emergency rations at best.
Yeah, let's keep them emergencies. Desi was able to find some raw meat. You would not believe the amount of ground beef the nurse here keeps. I honestly think she actually has a electric grill here. I'm not sure if that's illegal.
I'm like 90% sure that you're going to say that, and that might be true. It honestly might. But in the very brief time I've been out of that military base, I am 90% certain at some point we're going to encounter her going on a maniacal rampage with a meat golem.
I Pray not.
I mean, technically, she is a meat golem.
We're all meat golems. Let's not press that fact, please. Anything else, Jace?
What is she? The lunch lady? Box
No.
lunch?
No, that's all.
Going over
Unfortunately, this is
to
the fourth time.
Dog 5, who, in their own fear, have managed to bounce out of the school, running away from the size of the Catman. They've escaped. Spencer, you have returned back to the time period that you essentially jumped forward from. But you do not hear the sounds of an elevator coming closer. You do not get the sense of that troublemaker coming to you today. For now, seems like everything is safe.
For now. Damn it. Let me check something. So when it comes to could I probably can't tell where he went to or when he went to or how he went to.
No.
Interesting. Well, let's see here.
Well, you
How's
can
the world look?
the current world.
Yep.
What is your range for your protective form?
My range for protective form? Let's see here. Were you talking about the time travel?
Oh, I was trying to see if you actually had the ability to perceive the world in this form. You do not.
I do not.
You have accelerated healing, regeneration, astroport, morph, space worthy, and wings. So from what you can see of the current world before you, as you re-land back at the edge of town,
Like
at your
nothing
current
ever
time,
happened.
it looked like there might have been a slight scuffle.
Okay.
There's definitely signs of burnt light posts behind you.
I see.
You hear beeping from a car as someone with a very thick accent leans up. Hey, I'm walking over here. Come on.
Damn. Well, seeing as how someone's just walking over there,
Driving.
I don't think I have to worry about him just yet. So I will, let's see here. Yeah, I'll go back into my regular form and run on back to school.
You make it there with no troubles. As you reach back the front gates, you do happen to see 3 dogs looking like they're booking, going, "No, I'm done, I'm out of this business, I'm done."
Spencer will look at them and go, "Okay, have a wonderful day," as he calls to them as they run past him. Are we out of combat, DM?
Puddle still has to make one more. And
we
there's
still
also
have a group of cats.
Oh, yeah.
Who are enjoying some roasted pigeons right now.
They're so dangerous. My God, we have to stop them.
Think of the pigeons.
Think of the pigeons. Oh,
Wait, so
God.
it's my turn?
Just
No,
about. Spencer,
Okay.
was there anything else you want to do?
Do
You still have movement.
Yes, I still have movement.
You could simply turn back into your speed form and get back to the school.
Yeah, I got back to the school. I guess I'll go see if there's anything around the school that looks out of place other than, like, any enemies left.
As you go around the school, further from where the track and field extends, you do see groups of other students looking as though they're calming down. Some signs of scuffling. Ramon, I always forget his name, but his last name. But Ramon looks rough, almost beat up, but he stands victoriously over 3 cats and a dog.
I see. What else do I see? Any other cats, dogs?
You see Red Wish looking like he's mastered cat herding, as like night cats seem to be cowering in fear around him as he placed them in a cage. Random cage he just found.
All right.
You do see Starman looking worse for wear as he is on the ground, face down, Yamcha pose, with like two other dogs next to him, also in the Yamcha pose.
Do I see Wilda and Transient?
As you return back and get closer towards the library, yes.
You see
Yeah.
you see Transient lounging on top of a cage, with what appears to be pieces of scrap metal around. And the surrounding area around Wilda is soaked in water.
So everyone looks like they're okay. Everything looks like it's fine. Let's see here. I will go ahead and with this, I'm checking this. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the library, see how the librarian is.
The librarian, who's being patched up by several other students, including Ebony, and Ivory, her last name. As she opens her eyes, looks over, and sees everyone, and gives a thumbs up, even though she's like wrapped under a comical amount of gauze and medical tape.
Oh yeah. Do I hear anything that sounds out of place? I'll use a perception check.
All right, go for it. How much you see will depend on the roll.
Or hear, depends on it.
But afterwards, that will be your action. That will be your turn.
10.
You see the most important thing in your life, Wilda, being engorged by more water. It's almost hard to tell where's Wilda and where's the water.
It's impossible if it's a full pool.
50 gallons, right?
Alrighty.
50 gallons.
50 gallons. So there is at 50 gallons plus a Wilda in front of you, just swirling around.
You cannot tell me from water.
There is there is one of your friends, Transient, as he glares at you with a careful eyes that you swear you've seen in the mirror. Mostly in the style of, he's looking very carefully. Oh, hey, he's keeping track of where I'm moving. Oh, hey, he's acting like he has whiskers. Oh, hey, his eyes are really wide. If I've known any better, I'd say he's a cat. Nah, that'd be silly.
That last part isn't what Spencer thinks. So, half a second, you see Spencer. Half a second, he's gone. And I'll tell the DM where I went.
That will be Spencer's turn. Huddle. You've just been engorged in 50 gallons worth of water.
Yep.
How will you channel and regenerate?
You mean engulfed?
Engulf.
Engorged is a completely different matter.
Yeah. Well, I heal a bruise, and I had already healed dazed at the end of my turn, or the turn before. Is there anyone specifically around us right now?
In the room, no. Outside of the room, you can hear the muttering of people as they're trying to recover from the traumatic events that is the first day of school.
Fair. I want to do something. Okay. I'm gonna make a... Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay.
You're gonna make?
A will check to turn back.
Give it a +5, given that you're amongst friends. You got plenty of water to reform back to your normal self.
No,
And
because my regeneration would not be completed.
oh, right.
Still +5?
Still +5 though. You are around good friends, and the danger seems to
Oh,
have passed.
15. Yes, hello?
1 second.
Okay.
But yes, you can will yourself enough to retake the form. But as you do re-solidify back to your normal self, standing in the we'll say about 45 gallons thus far, since you were only able to absorb so much, you were only able to you've made yourself, and it almost feels like you're whole, but you are definitely far smaller than you should be. Where your normal height would be. Come on, show me Wilda.
I'm 4'11".
You're now 2'6" at the current moment.
Would have regained. How many bruises are you at, Bottle?
She was at 3.
I was at 3.
So you're down to 2.
Yeah.
Subtract that by. So you would have lost about a third of your, 2/3 of your. No, it would have been about a third of your height left.
Yeah.
Would have been subtracted. So
So you were back up to about 3 feet
59
and
inches.
11 inches. No,
You would have been about 3'8".
yeah, 3 feet 8.
So I guess I come out of the water with over baggy soaking clothes. And then I guess as soon as I get out of the water, I realize that my jeans have fallen down. But it's okay, because the hoodie's covering everything. Finally. Finally. That's just going to be my turn.
Then we jump over to the cats that are the only ones left who have been gorging on the food, only to have their food randomly taken by a speed force imbued cat person that they could barely catch. There is meowing coming from down the corridor as they approach the library. The cats, Transient, Wilda, you both see 3 cats look up at you. How do y'all respond?
Let's see how much intense danger I can give off. As they can, by the way, do they notice the remains of the backpacks?
I have to give them a roll. No.
Okay. Requires a hero point to spend. So, yeah, no. This will be intimidation at -2. Nope, that's at -4 because I'm also impaired.
Oh,
So I don't
jeez.
look dangerous at all, just lounging on top of this cage.
I need to make one more roll. Yeah, they reason that you are not the person that they were hunting. They look over at the young lady who was in her hoodie. They do not recognize her as the body of water that they were hunting.
They
They
do
move.
see a floating ball of water.
They hiss and they attack the floating ball of water, only to get engulfed in said body of water. They swim around for a bit before jumping out. And annoyed at it, they leave. They leave the library. They're done. No one likes a wet cat. Not even cats. That is combat.
I don't know. There's still a very annoyed cat ruler of world.
And it's his turn next.
Well, outside of combat, what is the cat ruler world going to do?
I don't know. Let me think. Yeah, let's draw out. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this real fast because that just gave me an idea.
You know,
Yeah, I need a chemical engineer to ask about this.
then how about we pause on that and call it game for here, as it is already 8 o'clock.
Hey Spence, do you know the standard ignition point of air? Just your
My
standard air.
word.
I think what he's trying to do is finish combat for you, Mayor, so that way we can role play the after school bit that you have planned for us.
That after school bit will have to be saved for next time.
That's fine.
Yeah,
but we should
I don't
end
want
combat.
I don't want to leave any of the minions around. Period.
Let's see here for gases. Okay, how hot? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we're getting ready to head out for the night, we do thank you for hanging out with us here at Power Goal right before a terrible incident of fiery proportions occurs.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be. Let's see here. When it comes to air, the auto ignition point of, let's say, oxygen and nitrogen.
I probably only need to heat it up to the point of oxygen combusting.
Okay.
Nitrogen has a much higher combustion point than standard oxygen.
Oh yeah, you can definitely do that with just oxygen.
What
Let's
a man
see
holds
here.
into action.
So for the temperature of oxygen, or rather oxygen itself, that's going to be about more than 2,000 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
About 5,000 degrees Celsius if you're just doing it in plain air.
How mean do I want to be? No, how mean do the DM do I want to be for these minions to not survive this?
5,000 degrees Celsius instantly turns them into pure carbon. They're dead.
Oh no, I was thinking about being more cruel because cruelty of cat at the moment, and he is relatively pissed off. Still.
Yeah, you're creating plasma in like relatively normal air.
All right, let's go with white phosphorus.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Granted, look at me. I'm the DM. Why would you do this to me? This will have lasting consequences to your character.
because I want to because my character is already at that point of where most alchemists in Full Metal Brotherhood was. They're not exactly sane. You have to realize just how much I've been eating of all the bad guys over the last, like, 20 some odd sessions.
You're like on the verge of a dark quickening. Jiminy Christmas.
Oh my goodness, and if you think about it, he's only eaten off of a good person.
Twice.
8 times.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta love how I think I may be the only one so far who has not threatened to do extreme physical violence to anyone other than Himmel, who I've never seen face to face in this campaign. Everyone else has done something absolutely horrific to somebody at some point.
To be fair, you have committed vehicular manslaughter, but the thing survived.
I mean, that wasn't really vehicular manslaughter as much of a comedy fall bit. I just knocked him over.
Yeah, I can't reach them, so I can't eat from them. And I'm impaired, so all my stuff is at -2. So I have to come up with a way to instantly negate them from existing, effectively. And I don't want them to escape like I've seen 4 other groups do.
3 other groups, but yeah. No, yeah, 4. Yeah, 4.
Because I had the first 2 that I ate. First 3 that I ate. All 3 of them escaped, thanks to the backpacks. Then we had the 2 groups from the gymnasium. So I've had 5 groups actually fully escape from me.
Yeah, the only group that didn't escape was the ones that Wilda froze to death.
There was the group at the entrance of the school, and those are currently underground. There's the ones that are currently here in the library, which are also currently underground. I'll go 3 for 3. Let's cage and quicksand them.
We can't also forget the ones that Jason vaporized.
Yeah, but those weren't directly in my sight. So that's for the cage.
Oh yeah, I did fry some cats. All right.
You fried some
Yeah, you
cats.
And
is
that's
that a-
for the quicksand.
Yeah, you fried some cats. She ate some dogs.
I don't know if I should be proud or upset that the meanest thing I've done in this campaign is fry some cats. I feel like it's a mark of pride at this point.
I don't know. You fried some brains too, so.
Yeah, but those were all survivable. The cats are my only fatalities.
I haven't
Wait, no, I
killed anyone.
haven't even fried any person's brain yet. The one time I've tried it so far on an actual person, I failed. Otherwise, it was the Bugman and Dog Goner. And I reset Dahlia once. So I've done it to a corpse person, an alien thing, and a mutant, and I have not done it to any humans. The one human I did it to got away fine.
So, yeah, those are my alchemy rolls to create a small cage, just large enough for the 3 cats, and to quicksand the cats.
Damn it, yeah. All right.
So, yes, elimination of final enemy group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do much.
Excuse you.
What?
I didn't do much. I just flew around and threatened people.
He kept taking the big bad away from the rest of the group, so we couldn't do anything to him.
Yeah.
You're like, I didn't do anything. You literally got him to run away by bringing him to the end of the fucking universe.
I mean, yeah, but
Don't you? Yeah, but us.
I mean, sure, that's terrifying, but that's nothing compared to what I could do to him. Besides, he has a time elevator. He'd be coming back anyways.
I have a time elevator. You don't think I haven't taken this trip twice at least? So quite more unique when it's outside the elevator.
I know, right? It's a perfect vacation spot. Let's go there every now and then and take a picnic.
All right.
Depending on how many times you guys keep.
I love how we've got 2 members for the League of Incompetent Villains already. We've got the lovely Dr. Himmel, and now we've got the Weatherman, and I can just imagine them trying to work together and then forgetting there are other people besides their respective nemesises that can easily solve the problems they've created.
I don't know. The Weatherman has been pretty effective.
Yeah.
I feel like his pets have been more effective than he has.
I guess who had to train them to be effective?
You know what it's like. I raised.
He didn't buy those minions. He had to raise those minions.
I think he just strapped those backpacks on them, took control of their minds, and sent them out as slaves.
Well, the only person who would know that is Spencer.
Well, Jace would know whether or not there was mind control technology in those backpacks.
Fair.
Because
Ooh, true. I
Technopath.
should take one of those when I leave. Also, I love how we started with the trouble at school with Tyrone. We went from Tyrone to this, and we still have whatever the fuck Tyrone's gang was going to do this evening to deal with.
Well, no, it wasn't Tyrone's
Gang.
gang. It's Ramon's gang.
He was
Go ahead.
He was closest to it. Ramon's gang is the wannabe heroes that are like the knockoff. What was that one group that had Iron Fist, Luke Cage,
Defenders?
Yes.
To be fair, they're probably better heroes than us.
Listen, I'm just gonna say, that's not the group I meant. I was referring to, when I bugged Tyrone's phone and was listening in on, alright, so we're gonna introduce you to the crew, we're gonna introduce you to this guy, and we've got all these great plans to go take out these wannabe hero people who are being a pain in our ass. We're gonna get together tonight, we're gonna come up with a plan, we're gonna take them all down, and Jason's just sitting there listening and, taking notes, listening to their strategies.
Right.
That was his lunch table affair.
Combat has officially ended.
Mm-hmm.
Correct, DM?
Yep.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
I guess we'll leave the recording. Bye, guys.
Bye.